Are you in touching distance of retiring? Maybe 3 to 5 years out when you've got your planned exit date. You're in a business, you have a partner or several partners, but the thing that's actually missing is that you don't have a succession plan, meaning you don't have a plan that's actually going to indicate, document exactly what's going to happen when you or any of your partners leaves the business. And that's what I want to cover in this episode. I must say that I'm not a financial advisor nor a lawyer, so it's best to get these types of professionals on board when you are considering the options. And I've got four of them that I'd like to share with you in terms of what's going to happen with the business. Before I share the options, my name is Bybreen Samuels, and I help baby boomers reinvent themselves psychologically, practically, and technically so they can thrive in the third act of life. So here you are. You've built up this fantastic asset. It's your pride and joy that you've built up with another partner or several partners, and you're considering what your retirement plans are. Now is a great time for you to start creating a succession plan. Because if you don't have a plan in place and for, unforeseen circumstances, you pass away quite suddenly or you have to exit the business quite suddenly, what's going to happen to your share of the business? Now, if you don't have a plan in place, if you are married or you have a significant other and there is a will between you, what can happen is that your portion of the business can pass on to your spouse, which then creates potential conflict because you'll then have an unintentional business partner partnering with your partners. And so, therefore, it can create stress, conflict, and these are the types of situations that you want to avoid. So, there are four main ways in which you can start to think about how you're going to transition beyond your business. So, the first one is that you want to sell it to your business partner. So the whole idea here is about designing the divorce before you get married. But you've already been in business, so you're already married. But what you really want to do is to ensure that everything is taken care of before you pass beyond the organization and the business that you've built up. The best way to do this is to actually create a buy sell agreement. Now, don't forget, bring your lawyer and financial advisor on board to help you craft this. And this buy sell agreement essentially is going to document what's going to happen beyond you leaving the business. So it will document the valuation of the business, the assets within the business, the operational side of the business, so that everybody's clear that when any of the owners, the partners, leave the company, they're clearest in terms of what will happen. So definitely bring on board those two professionals, financial advisor and lawyer. The second one is that you might actually have an external buyer. Now, in order to help you navigate this, it's best to bring on a business broker. And this is somebody who's got some specialism in terms of selling businesses. And so, what you want to do is to get really clear about your expectations, your intentions, and your goals. And then, when you go out to research this type of professional, you want to see, do their practices align with what it is that you hope to be your outcome? Do they have expertise in selling your type of business or a similar type of business or a business within your demographic? And they will be able to help you navigate the whole process. Now, there are brokerage business and firms, in any country that you live in. So, best to research. But what you're looking at are the credentials of the broker, and do they, in terms of their practice, align with the way that you want to achieve the outcomes for your business? The third one is about transferring the actual business to your heirs. Now, this one can be even more trickier. The reason being is, families are families. If you're in a healthy, loving, supportive family where everybody gets on, then their process is going to actually be a lot easier. But if you've got conflictual situations within families where there's dysfunctionality, you determine the gradient of the dysfunction. This could be problematic because if you know there's conflict within your family, who will you pass the business on to? Now, whoever you select, or more than one person, do they have the credentials in terms of running the business? Are they capable of running the business? If you pass it on to this particular heir, will it create even more conflict within the family? Will it ameliorate or will it aggravate? So these are serious things to consider if you're going to transfer the business into the family. Now, if you know that you have conflict within the family, well, one of the things that you can do is to begin to lead your family towards maybe family therapy, where the issues that you can see lie ahead can begin to be dealt with. Also, you want to bring on somebody who's like a business troubleshooter who can help you prepare the transfer of the business to your heirs. But also find somebody who's emotionally intelligent who can help you navigate the nuances of the family dynamics, together with literally getting your ducks in a row in terms of making sure that the business structure and the infrastructure is solid. And then the fourth is about selling your business to internal stakeholders. Now, they could be your employees, a group of employees, people from the board who are really interested in the business. They've worked alongside you, they understand you and your vision. That will be a fantastic exit for you. And so, what you need to be doing is actually sharing your intentions way before your retirement, and then you want to be sharing strategy, history, operations, tactics, culture, given that you're the person who may have set the business up way back when. So you're going to be mentoring your employee or group of employees so that they can begin to take over the business. Now, what you want to consider is, how will they afford to buy the business? Will they need a loan, or will you actually agree with them in terms of seller financing and therefore they pay you in installments? So, they are the four key areas for you to think about when you're putting together your succession plan so that your retirement years can be full of joy and doing all the things that you plan to do, but you want to remove the tension, the conflict, and the headaches that can arise if there's no succession plan, but also you haven't dotted the I's and crossed the T's to ensure that the transition really is plain sailing. So that's what I want to share with you in this episode. Really start going out there, find a really good financial planner as well as a lawyer who can help navigate this terrain for you. So that's it for this episode, and I will see you again next time. Bye.